All right, let's talk shipping 101. It's a thing that can be the bane of so many suppliers' existence because they make some common mistakes. And I want to make sure that we go through this and that you do not make any mistakes when you are shipping your products to the customer. So, my name is Heather, and I help home decor and furniture companies grow their e-commerce sales with product-based businesses. So, let's jump in. Shipping 101. Now, most companies have a goal to be able to ship their products via small parcel versus LTL. We're going to talk about what those both are. But small parcel is what you're familiar with. That's something that comes through FedEx or UPS, sometimes even now USPS. So FedEx and UPS have set some regulations that allows something to be actually small parcel. So the first thing is there's a weight limit. It has to be under 150 pounds. If it's under 150 pounds, then you're good to go. The second is a little more interesting, a little more complicated. So you cannot have your product be larger than 160 inches in combined length and width. So for example, if your product is 50 inches long and 90 inches in width, that's 140 inches, you're good to go, as long as it's under 150 pounds. If your product is 100 inches long and 60 inches wide, 160 combined, you're good to go. So just make sure that your length and your width add up to under 160 or under, just like your weight needs to be 150 or below. So that is the definition of small parcel. Now, there are a couple of things that make it that you basically need to know that kind of are best practices, right? So the first is you always want to make sure that you're using double-walled corrugated cardboard. And you probably know what this is, and it's really common now. But when you open like a box, and you see that there's cardboard and then this kind of wavy stuff, if y'all can see that, and then another layer of the cardboard, that's double-walled corrugated cardboard. That is thicker, stronger, and more impact resistant than single wall cardboard. So that's become kind of the gold standard of what your box should be. Next, you want to make sure that your products do not shift inside the box. And the ways that you can do this is to prevent this. There are a couple of things. One, you want to make sure you put corner protectors on the inside pieces. You can add styrofoam in and around the pieces in the box to make sure that they don't shift. Because 9 times out of 10, if a product is going to get damaged during shipping, it's not because the box, has a big dent in it. It's usually because during the process of getting it to the customer, the inside pieces have shifted so much and banged around in there that they become cracked or damaged or even sometimes disintegrated. So remember, when a box is being shipped small parcel, it goes through quite a journey. First, it goes off your shelf and you go and put it in maybe a bin and you wait for FedEx or UPS driver to pull up and come put it on their truck. Then it goes from their truck and it has to go to the first, distribution center. And it's going to get out of that truck and it's going to go on a conveyor belt. It's going to go up and down and around and turn and all around and end up in yet another truck. And then that truck may drive 12 hours, and then it's going to go through another distribution center and another and so forth. So you understand that, it's quite a journey. So you want to make sure that the inside of the materials inside of your box are as, sturdy and don't move. Because if they move just even a little bit, an inch, then you're going to end up having a lot of damages, and we don't want that. So what's another advantage of doing small parcel that a lot of companies like to do is they want to make sure that their goods are flat packed. And so everybody's going to know what I mean when I describe it this way. If you ever bought a piece of furniture from IKEA and it's all the pieces of wood are all in one box and it's all really sturdy and doesn't move, and you have the directions and you have 800 pieces of hardware, that's called flat pack. It allows the customer to be able to get the product via a small parcel and really saves and damages a lot of the time. So that's kind of the overall. So remember, you want to use styrofoam inside to eliminate shifting and corner protectors. You want to make sure you meet the regulations of under 150 pounds and under 160 combined inches between length and width. Okay, now LTL. LTL stands for less than truckload. This is where you have maybe an oversized piece of, let's say, furniture or an appliance or something like that. The requirements for this is it's over 150 pounds. This product ships on a wooden pallet, and we have all seen what those are, so I'm sure you're familiar with what a pallet is. Now, what you do is you have to secure that item on the pallet. So a lot of times you see like the plastic cording that holds it in place and is attached to the pallet. There's shrink wrapped around there. Sometimes it's even a box that can't be shipped small parcel because it's too big. So it's just anything that is over those dimensions of 160 and 150, those items have to go LTL, and they're put on a pallet. And you use a different carrier to do that. So there are specific carriers who specialize in LTL products. If you're selling to like Wayfair or Overstock or somebody like that, they're going to tell you who they want you to use for your LTL. They'll give you somebody based on where you are in the country and in your region. So they have those relationships. So all you have to do is schedule the pickup. And that's the other thing that's a little different with LTL. You actually have to reach out to that carrier and schedule the pickup so that you can make sure your items go out on time. So there you go. That is kind of a quick overview on LTL. Now, a couple of things I want you to think about, just little helpful hints. Number one, please don't use cheap materials, because in the end, it's going to end up costing you so much more. Because you're going to have products that are going to have damages. And if they have a high damage rate, one of two things is going to happen. Well, they're both going to happen, actually. The first thing is your damage rate will get increased with the given retailer. And then the second thing that's going to happen is that it's very likely that that product is going to be taken off the site until you can put forth corrective action in the packaging. And companies do this, internet retailers do this all the time. So make sure that you are investing in good packaging on the front end. And this is whether you are selling a candle or you are selling a refrigerator. It doesn't matter. You want to make sure you're putting invest in the packaging so that you save yourself a lot of time and energy and money on the back end. Also, this comes up frequently. Yes, you can use a bag if you're shipping something small and lightweight. Just make sure it is a good solid mailer bag that isn't going to be easily pierced. Because when I had my decorative throw pillow company, we would a lot of times ship, especially if it's just a one pillow, out in a mailer bag. And we just had to really make sure we had good quality mailer bags, because if they got, punctured on one of those conveyor belts, then that was it. That was considered a damaged product. And so you just want to make sure you use that high quality mailer bag. So, all right, y'all. Hope this is helpful. Shipping 101. If you like this video, do me a favor and click the like button. If you are watching this on our YouTube or LinkedIn, I would love it if you would join our How to Sell Products Online group. And the link for that is in the description. So, all right, y'all, appreciate it, and talk to you soon.